These 9 apps are my go-to finance apps that I've been using for such a long time now, and they have never failed me. They are completely free, and I absolutely love them. First one is Chip. And Chip is my easy access savings account. I think it's really important to always have an emergency fund just because you never know when you need that money, your car might break down. Chip has a very high interest rate of 4.84%. I know there are some accounts that pay even higher than this, but when I opened this account, I think a year ago, this was one of the highest ones. So that is why I stuck with Chip. Really clean, minimalistic, and very easy to use. And the best thing about it is if you want to withdraw money, it's very quick. I can withdraw money and it will be in my normal bank account in about a minute. It's so instant, so quick. The next app is one of my favorites, and that is InvestEngine. This is where I have my stocks and shares ISA, and I've been investing in the S&P 500. They have lots of different ETFs. You can also see breakdowns of what the ETF is made up of. There's a lot of information, and obviously with a stocks and shares ISA and a cash ISA, you can put 20,000 in and it's completely tax-free. Any gains you make on that is completely tax-free. And sorry, the numbers are blurred. The only reason I'm not showing you exactly how much money I have in these accounts is because I'm going to be doing a whole separate video on my investments. And again, I'm not sponsored with InvestEngine in any way, but I have put a referral link in the description box below. And if you open an account using that link and then put in at least £100, then me and you will both get a referral bonus of between £10 to £50, some free money for both of us. The next finance app that I have been using is, of course, Coinbase. For those of you that love crypto, I'm sure you've probably used this yourself as well. This is probably one of the safest apps to buy crypto. I personally only invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't invest in anything else. And with this, I'm definitely not encouraging you investing in crypto because it is very high risk. It can be high reward, but again, it's so volatile. You might lose a lot of money. So personally, I wouldn't recommend it for a beginner investor. Only invest an amount that you're willing to lose with crypto. I've only put a little bit in. The next app that I love is Trading 212, and this is where I invest in individual stocks. So in their main home section, you can see top movers, you can create watch lists. And for Trading 212, I do also have a referral link in the description box below. I believe we both will get free shares. You can either use the invest mode or you can actually make it an ISA. Because I already have a stocks and shares ISA with InvestEngine, I don't use the ISA mode on Trading 212. I use the invest mode, which means I will have to pay tax on my gains depending on how much I make. The next app is Splitwise, and this is such a great app for splitting bills. I have been using this so much since I moved into this flat. So on here, you can invite friends, you have groups. So I've made a group with just my boyfriend, and I just track whatever I spend or he spends, and then it will just add up everything and say who owes who how much, so that when you come to transferring money, it's so much easier because I find it really annoying looking through my accounts and looking through receipts and figuring out how much we owe each other. Anytime we have an expense that we share, I just add it onto this app. And then at the end of each month, we just settle it. So whether it's me that owes him or him that owes me, it's just easier to settle. The next app that I've been using is Emma, and this is a really good budgeting app. And again, I've just been using the free version. Once you download this app, you just sync in all your bank accounts and then you can categorize your spending. So if I go on my analytics section, it will show me how much my income was that month and what my spending was. And the really handy thing is this analytics breakdowns. For example, if I went on to investments, you can see all the transactions related to investments, how much I spent, and you can also create budgets for each category. Next app that I love using is Money Saving Expert. I feel like this guy just has the best advice when it comes to anything related to money. So here we have the most popular section and it shows the trending topics in the last 20 minutes. I feel like having the app just makes it easier to always go on it and see what new articles are there. On the tools section, they also have lots of different calculators. So savings calculators, income tax calculator, which is something that I use a lot. It also has a little chat GPT section. So you can input any sort of finance question and it will give you an answer. And then finally, the last 2 apps are both credit score related apps, and they are Credit Karma and Experience. So going through Credit Karma first, I love this app. This helps me keep track of my credit score. Once you sign up and input all your details, it will then show you what your credit score is. It tracks it. It shows you all the ways to improve your credit score. And it also shows you what you're doing that isn't that great and what you should improve on. So I feel like this is such an essential app to make sure your credit score is increasing each month. It also shows you if there's any soft searches or hard searches that have been done. You can check your credit information. It's just such a handy app. And then finally, Experian, very similar to Credit Karma, except it just makes me feel better because the numbers higher and I've got a perfect credit score on Experian. And that's because Experian do an Experian boost. They will sync in your bank account and see what your incomings and outgoings were and give you a little boost based on that. I just have the free version, but if you did want the premium version and you wanted a full credit report, then you can get a free trial. I did that once before I bought my flat because I had to actually send over my credit report and I didn't want to pay for it. So I just got a free trial, downloaded my report, sent it over, then cancelled my free trial. Another app that I'm going to quickly add in just because I can't believe I missed it whilst filming is my Amex app. I have the British Airways Premium Plus card. And I genuinely think this is the best credit card if you're able to pay it back in full each month, just because you earn 1.5 Avios points for every £1 you spend. So I've been able to rack up quite a few Avios points, and I was actually able to book a holiday to Japan this year. And yeah, we got it for such a good deal because aside from all the Avios points I collected from spending, I also spent over £10,000 for the year, which means I got the free companion voucher. And with that companion voucher, you can get a second seat for free, or you can get 50% off your original booking if, for example, you are just traveling on your own. The Premium Plus card that I have, it does have an annual fee. So I think when I bought it, it was a £200 annual fee, whereas now I think they've increased it to £250. For me personally, it was worth it because I've saved way more in flights costs with the Japan trip. If you don't want to pay the annual fee, you can get the normal British Airways Amex card as well. And with that, there's no fee and you still get one Avios point for every pound you spend, and you'll get a free companion voucher if you spend over 12,000. So instead of 10,000 on the Plus card, I use my credit card for everything because I want to collect points for every pound that I'm spending. So where possible, I do spend on my Amex and I just pay it in full each month. You have to be able to pay it in full each month because the interest rate is so high. So I would not get this card unless you are able to pay it in full each month. The app also has loads of different offers. So, for example, here you can get 15% off from Disney. You can get 7% back from Radisson Blue bookings. And if you just add any of the offers you want, it will be saved. And when you spend on these shops, it will automatically apply. So, for example, I've got the 10% off Just Park saved. So, yeah, those are my 9 go to finance apps. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. And hope at least one of these apps is helpful for you. And in the future, I will be doing a whole video on all my investments and showing you exactly what I have in, for example, my Coinbase and stuff like that. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.